Okay, hi everyone. It's nighttime for a change, and it's the day after the Trump inauguration, a couple of days after the hostages are released, and the day after the Southport scumbag admitted his crimes. Now, I hope you all managed to watch the Trump inauguration speech, his half-hour slam down, smack down on woke, multiple genders. He's bringing 57 Heinz varieties down to 2 genders, male and female. And I was sat there on my couch here in England, on my sofa, and I turned to Laura and I said, "Look at that! Like, I'm literally fist jabbing the air, fist pumping. I feel like Tiger Woods after another eagle." And we look at each other and I say, "Look, this is how bad the world's become. That even saying something super simple and true is like a revolutionary act." I'm sure that was Orwell saying that, you know, in times of universal deceit. And it was nice to see Biden and Kamala Harris squirm for almost destroying the country in the recent past. And I saw Rupert Lowe, the Reform MP's tweet on X, his X post on X, saying that he's never felt more jealous of the Americans than today. And I know what he means. That speech by Trump was like a restoring of the path that the world should have been on before cultural Marxism, cultural communism, the worst demonic excesses of compassion. Oh, we're going to save the kids. The kids are in the wrong gender. Kids are in the wrong body. We need the puberty blockers, otherwise you're going to make the kids suffer. Like pure demonic arguments, which unfortunately worked for so long. And that, to rhyme, is wrong. And our Rocket Man, Elon Musk, nice to see a fellow autist get all excited on stage. And you saw him next to Baron Trump, the 2 types of autism: quiet, expressionless autism, and then jumpy, hyper-excitey, let's go to Mars autism. And seeing Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, neo-limbic system cortex, AOC, she's like, that was a Heil Hitler. And I'm in 2 opinions. I think either Elon Musk is that autistic, that obsessed with freedom of speech, he thought, you know what, I'm going to pull a Roman salute here. But he did it under the guise of I give my heart out. But probably much more likely, because let's look at this rationally. World's richest man, leader of SpaceX, Tesla, and now Doge. I pronounce it Doge, but the rest of them are pronouncing it Doge. And look, my bloody lens is wet. Look how wet that is. So yeah, would the man with that much responsibility really be pulling Roman salutes or Heil Hitlers on stage? I don't think so. Let's pause this for a moment. So all in all, seeing Baron Trump, J.D. Vance, good old Vance, the vice president, looks like a good guy. He actually looks like a good guy. And you read about his story, the challenges he overcame as a kid, and the motivation and the kind of belief he had in himself. And now he's vice president, might even be president one day. That was inspirational, seeing everyone there. And then I turn and, okay, this is a nice area here, but I turn and look around Great Britain and I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, the arrests after the riots. And like, look, nobody's going to argue about someone who, say, sets fire to a building or smashes up loads of cars. No one's going to argue about them getting arrested, feeling the long arm of the law. You know, arson, very bad. Yeah, terrible things. But I am 100% with the international, mostly American, and Elon with the arguments that this country is going to fall apart unless we roll back the hate crime laws. And it sends a chill down everyone's spine. You know, for me, I'm a professional verbal shit poster. I'm a professional word man. My channel is half image, half me talking. And so I practice daily. How can I say things in a way that gets my point across but doesn't allow the Stasi British police a chance to come and arrest me for my words? But just think of most people in this country speak their mind, don't check their thoughts, they just speak openly. And for calling a spade, or for calling the kettle black, or whatever, they might invariably say a hate crime. Even the term hate crime, straight out of 1984. And we are in a police state. I remember doing a video during the COVID lockdowns when the police were going around and giving people a hard time for breaking the COVID lockdown rules. And I concluded then, 4 or 5 years ago, my God, it's 2025, guys. I concluded then we're not a police state, but we are a police state. When people are scared to come out and protest or even to speak their mind, it's a police state. When people can deprive you of your freedoms for a vocal cord utterance, vocal cord vibration, you're in the police state. When millions of working class people won't even log on to social media now in case they have a couple of beers and speak their mind and get arrested, have their careers ruined, that's a fucking police state. I hope executive orders that he signed, all 85 of them, hope they have an effect quickly, and I hope change comes to Great Britain. Political, moral, philosophical change, police state change. It's we gave the world liberty. We gave the world the English language. We gave the world modern democracy. We stole it from the Greeks, but we gave the world modern democracy. We explored the absolute furthest corners of every continent on Earth. We settled Canada, America, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, the Caribbean. We went to war against the Dutch and took New Amsterdam off them, made it New York. Don't know why they didn't call it New London, but New Amsterdam to New York. Okay, fair enough. But all this British liberty, since Tony Blair, since 1997, has been slowly eroded down to, well, we may as well have lost the Cold War and turned into the Soviet Union. And what was that great quote I read recently, like from someone within the Soviet Union saying, you guys fought for 70 years trying to defeat us, and then you set up the Federal Soviet Union of a European Union. And Sergei has a point. What the hell were we doing? So what would be a good thing to do then if you are British and you find yourself on police state, aircraft carrier landing zone, Orwell 2.0? Well, I mean, for thousands of years, Western man, Greek man, Aramaic man, Jewish man, they've been writing a little book called the Bible. You know, you got Bible Part 1, 2, Return of the Jew, which is the New Testament, Revenge of the Jew, my boy JC. Let me just clean my lens again. So you can, the same issues we've got now, tyranny, people being scummy. You can refer back to the old books. And then look at Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister. Look at our leadership. Look at the police force and all the hate crime laws and this and that, and the toleration of grooming gangs and so forth. And is anything like that? Anything of that? Is that Christian? Is anything Christian about this government? Is there anything Christian about the police force? Desperate to hit their targets, so they go after easy prey? Easy prey! Yeah, hardened criminals and rape gangs are difficult to take down and difficult to investigate. You might not hit your targets if you bother investigating strong, heavy crimes. So they end up brutalizing the people. Brutalizing the local people, their own people, British people, every people. Because it stopped being about what's right and wrong, which is what the Holy Book is about, and it started being about hitting targets. Let's hit targets, let's get that promotion, let's get that bonus. Hey, we got to hit targets, guys. The targets, you know. It's like when the National Health Service had to hit targets of, you know, no patients left in trolleys and corridors. They took the wheels off the trolleys, boom, it's a hospital bed. Look at that, we've hit our targets of getting everyone into a hospital bed within the first 24 hours. And then corruption creeps in. So what we're seeing now, I think, is the final war, the final battle, sorry, of the big Cold War, the new Cold War, the new cultural Cold War. And again, it's freedom lovers, Christians, against literal Satanists, communists, the angry, the weak, the pathetic, the dysgenic. And how's it going to pan out? Well, only God knows. But I promise that I will cover it best I can and speak my mind as simply and as honestly as I can. Because I think anyone with a platform now, even a small one like mine, has a responsibility to promote the good and to fight the bad. So anyway, this is Charlie Veitch, coming to you from the rainy and cold climes of northern England, and I'll see you as always on the next video.